Procter & Gamble Australia remain the leader in men's grooming thanks to their strong position in men's shaving. They currently hold a 29% share of value sales generated through the good performance of their Gillette brand. While P&G were able to translate this dominance into men's pre-shave, it faces tough competition for Old Spice in men's post-shave from Beiersdorf Nivea for Men, which has a strong brand equity in toiletries. The target market for Old Spice has shifted from a generation of men within the 40 to 60 age range to a younger market of men aged 12 to 34. This shift to a new target market was essential for the brand's survival and occurred as a result of a greater emphasis being placed on male grooming, which was being driven by demand from Generation X and Generation Y. P&G marketers noted that the target market was chosen based on 3 underlying factors. 1. Fragrances are particularly important to this age bracket. 2. A deodorant that smells good eliminates the need to wear cologne. And 3. Male grooming is perceived to have a direct impact on attraction. Under Maslow's hierarchy of needs, consumer motivation to purchase Old Spice male grooming products is driven by the psychological need for esteem. The young males in the target market are motivated by concerns about developing masculine identities and being viewed as attractive to the opposite sex. To fulfill this need, they often turn to products which project their desired image. Hence, consumer insight might be, if I buy Old Spice, I can look and smell more masculine. The face of the hugely popular Old Spice videos, also known as the man you'd like to smell like, Isaiah Mustafa, visited Australia as part of Procter & Gamble's latest marketing efforts to promote the relaunch of Old Spice in Australia. Its objectives were to raise brand awareness of Old Spice and become a strong competitor for male grooming products in the Australian market. It also aimed to perpetuate an image of masculinity and social relevance with current and future members of the target audience. Natasha Daly, the brand manager of Old Spice, says, "Our aim is to connect the many distinctive scents of Old Spice with the hearts, minds and noses of Australian men who want to smell great without trying too hard." Despite the product's target market being male consumers, the predominant target audience for Old Spice's Australian campaign are female consumers. Although the content of the ads appeals to both genders, it is targeted to female consumers for 2 reasons. Firstly, statistical data reveals that women control more than 70% of all consumer spending and frequently make purchasing decisions in respect of hygiene products, even for male household members. Secondly, playing off this logic, the marketing team used sexual appeals in an attempt to influence female consumers to believe that if their partners used Old Spice, they could smell like the attractive actor in the commercial. Old Spice has been able to retain their market leadership in America because P&G marketers have successfully established and maintained a strong brand image and position of the products in the minds of consumers. P&G marketers have built its position in the market as a young, masculine, no-frills product with a sense of humour. They maintained this position for their Australian ad campaign, which they achieved by using strong slogans, an attractive sauce and an edgy sense of humour. The decision to buy Old Spice products is characterised as low effort. Therefore, consumers' motivation to process information regarding the product offering will be low. According to the L model, marketers of Old Spice should use the peripheral route to persuasion. This suggests that the brand's exposure will require a lower level of cognition and should use peripheral cues such as a likeable or attractive sauce, visual imagery or humour to help consumers form a positive attitude. According to the FCB grid, Old Spice marketers should employ the self-satisfaction strategy when planning their advertising campaigns. This strategy is ideal for Old Spice because their products are low-involvement feeling products, where appeals to sensory pleasures, such as hygiene and smelling great, and social motives, such as masculinity and attractiveness, are important. The unique selling proposition to the consumer in the Release the Man campaign is presented in the ad slogan, which recommends Australian men use Old Spice in order to smell like a man. This same USP was successful in Old Spice's American ads, encouraging men to embrace their masculinity in a unique, humorous and edgy way. The ad uses emotional appeals to target male consumers, sexual appeals to target female consumers, and also humour appeals to target both genders. The television advertisement was created as a local style of the original ad format that Isaiah was made famous for starring in. The ad was given an Australian slant but endeavoured to use the same recipe that made the American ad so successful, which was an endearing execution with a straight-shooting, fast-paced delivery, featuring a surprise ending. The ad campaign combines user imagery, dramatisation and humour as executional techniques. Firstly, the ad employs user imagery to encourage consumers to associate the brand with the person presented in the ad. That is, a white towel-clad Isaiah Mustafa, also known as the man your man could smell like, who represents the peak of physical fitness, attractiveness, confidence and masculinity, which are all qualities the marketers want consumers to associate with using Old Spice. Furthermore, the ad uses dramatisation and humour to draw the viewer into the action Isaiah portrays as he critiques the Aussie bloke, who he refers to as the world's manliest man. Mustafa's publicity tour was supported and publicised through the Release the Man Man advertising campaign across television, online and print, and digital media outlets. His visit included the filming of a new ad, TV and radio interviews, and promo shots at Nine for cricket and rugby league. He appeared in a pre-recorded spot on Nine's NRL footy show where he poked fun at the Australian sporting royalty panellists. Natasha Daly, the brand manager for Old Spice ANZ, said in a statement, "The piece with the footy show seemed like a natural partnership to pair up arguably the manliest show on Australian TV with the overt manliness of the Old Spice brand." Finally, the advantages and disadvantages of using these media platforms are listed below. Reach, saturation and repetition were an integral part of this ad campaign to relaunch Old Spice in Australia.